You think about moving to Naples, Florida? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 things I feel like you should know prior to moving here that'll help your move be more pleasant and be more prepared. Let's go to it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe. Please tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the ever-changing market here, real estate market here in Naples, Florida. Hey, my name is Randy Curtis. I'm with eXp Realty, and every day I get texts, calls, emails from people just like yourself looking for some help on making a move to Naples. So we live here. We absolutely love it. If you're looking to move in the next 9 to 90 days, feel free to please reach out. All my contact information is in the description below, so we can help you make a smooth move here to the beautiful Naples, Florida. All right, top 10 countdown. So number 1 on my list that hit me the most was being prepared for bug bites. Bugs would be number 1 on my list. What's interesting is, you know, we're down in Southwest Florida, so, you know, of course you're gonna have bugs and mosquitoes. You don't ever rarely see mosquitoes. But I was like, why do I keep getting these bites on my ankles and just so itchy? Well, I found out it's actually a bug called the no-see-em bug. So be prepared for those little guys. All you gotta do is have some bug spray. Just spray it on the ankles. That's kind of mainly where they get it, or on top of your feet. Just if you're going to a park or going on a walk or going to the beach or something like that. Obviously, if you're just going out to, you know, shop or something, you won't have that problem. But that is number 1 on my list, man. But they don't get me anymore. I figured them out. All right, so number 2 is the weather. So I just want to kind of touch on that briefly, just so you're prepared. You don't need to be prepared for the fall, winter, and spring. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. So I don't want to talk about that. You got perfect weather. It's great. Blue skies, white puffy clouds, but the summer it's different. The biggest difference I've found is the weather is always changing. So, you know, you'll have blue skies 1 minute, and then a couple hours later it could be raining. So just about preparation, I found myself, you know, looking at my app on my phone more times than not, just to kind of prepare. And that's mostly in the summer. You know, you'll have a lot of rain in the July, August. Obviously, you're starting to get into hurricane season. But I tell you, it gives a nice balance. It's just beautiful when, you know, the rain comes down and you have this amazing thunder, just the loudest thunder I've ever heard here. Beautiful, like, lightning shows you can have. So enjoy it, embrace it. You know, it's not like that all the time, but it's just something to be prepared for, and, you know that happens here. And, you know, I found myself actually really enjoying it, but you do have to be prepared. So if I'm going out into a neighborhood, you know, to shoot video for, you know, a client or something, I got to make sure that I have an umbrella, or I know what kind of weather it's coming, or I just need to wait a little bit longer or go a little bit sooner. Other than that, that's about it. All right, let's move on to number 3. All right, so that leads to number 3 on our things to be prepared for. One is actually hurricanes. So we're actually in hurricane season now in the summer here in Southwest Florida, and then Naples specifically. You know, it's a rare occurrence. The last one happened was in 2017, so 5 years ago, and then prior to that, it was 12 years prior to that. So, you know, it's all about having a plan and being prepared and knowing where the local, you know, safe places to go for potential, you know, housing, you know, during a potential hurricane. You know, but you look at other states, I came from California, you know, you have earthquakes and they are rare as well, but there's no warning on those. And you got your forest fires all the time in California as well. So every state has its own thing. It's nothing to be, you know, afraid of here in Southwest Florida. You know, the locals don't think it's really any big of a deal, but I know new people coming in, it's usually at the top of their mind. But I like to just kind of give them peace and just understand that, you know, rarely, I mean, it does happen, it's rare, But when it does, you have plenty of time to prepare for it. All right, so that leads us to number 4, would be the 2 different seasons here. So you have in season and you have out of season. So in season would be your months of November to April, and then your off season would be May through October. So it does change here a little bit. In season, there's a lot of people that come here for vacation. You got to understand that it's a vacation destination. The weather's ideal, the weather's perfect. A lot of people potentially have second homes here. I like it because the city just seems to be more festive. You know, there's a lot of people out on the bay that are going out on their sunset tours and going out on the dolphin tours and going fishing, and you got people going on gondola rides, and you always see families, you know, taking pictures, and Fifth Avenue just kind of explodes with traffic and, you know, the restaurants. And that would be kind of like, I guess, the negative part of it, or is just understanding that during those times it might take you a little bit longer to get, you know, a table at your favorite restaurant, or it might take you an extra 5 minutes or 10 minutes to get somewhere. But the positive is, you know, come summer from May, you know, through October, it really slows down. So the place feels more like it's yours. A lot of the golf courses, the private golf courses, will open up to the locals. So that's a pretty cool part. And then it just kind of goes right into what I'd call number 5, is just being prepared for traffic. So traffic is bad during those times, but you know, it seems to flow really well. You know, once you kind of, you know, when you catch the lights, the green lights, you know, but if you kind of miss them, then obviously it becomes a little bit of an issue. But you just have to be patient and just kind of roll with it. So if you're used to it taking you, let's say 10 minutes to get to the beach, it might take you 15. Or if you're used to getting to your favorite, you know, place to go shopping, it might take you, you know, an extra 5-10 minutes. So not that big of a deal, but just kind of wanted to let you know that when you get here, you know, you're coming to a place where people vacation during certain times. You know, I just embrace it and I enjoy it. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Reason number 6 is, as you can see, we're out here on the Gulf. So today it's a real calm day. So it's a lot different than other places that have beaches that may have, you know, waves. So that kind of leads into the water's different here. The positive is that, you know, you can really get into the water year round. The negative is if you're coming here and, you know, you're a surfer, then this obviously wouldn't be the best place for you. You could come out and it could be like glass, or you can come out and you could have, you know, 2-foot waves. Get out onto the Gulf. You know, we come across 4-foot waves, stuff like that. But, and then that kind of goes into the next thing as well, which would be number 7, is talking about the land's flat here. So it's a lot like Texas, where you just got kind of like, you know, a flatter state. So you don't have the mountain ranges and stuff like that, but it makes up for it in other beautiful parts. But if you're someone that likes mountains and likes to look out at the ranges and snow, we definitely don't have that. We get 54 inches of rain here a year, and we get 0 inches of snow. So flat waves, flat topography, kind of prepare you for that so you understand the landscape. So when you get here. Number 8, so I want to touch on is HOA. So we're all familiar with a home owners association fee. A lot of the planned communities here in Naples may have an HOA. There's a ton that don't. So whether you're looking specifically for housing that doesn't have HOA, it's going to be easy to find. But some of these planned communities, you know, that have the golf courses and have the tennis and all the fitness and all that stuff, may have a little clause there on pets. So that's something we need to pay attention to, depending on how many pets you have. So there could be a limit to that. So if you have dogs, it could be where, hey, you can have no more than 2 dogs or 2 pets. And then some of them have a weight limit. So it could be, you know, they couldn't be over 20 pounds or not over 40 pounds. Something really to pay attention to, something to be prepared for. Obviously, you know, we'll figure that out in the very beginning and find the right, you know, neighborhood for you. But, you know, the HOA could end up being potential issues if you're a pet lover. So I wanted to briefly touch back onto the HOAs. Some of these HOAs, if you have truck, you know, it could be an issue where they don't allow trucks in that particular community. It may be where, you know, a situation that you may have to sell it. Some of them, because some of the communities you can't park like on the street per se, and they want you parked in the garage. Well, the garage could be too small not to fit your truck. So something just to really be prepared for, again, on the HOA front. Okay, and now leads to 9. With your dogs, this just happened with us. We have 2 Labradors, is allergies. So a lot of dogs out here have allergies, just because it's a little more moist here in Naples, Florida. So just be prepared for that. So if your animal or your dog's prone to allergies, then more than likely they may get that. So very easy. Obviously, you just got to have them on the right medication and just prepare for it. But I did want to mention that because we just went through an ear infection with our dog and learned that, you know, she does have an allergy. So number 10, you got to be prepared for nicer people. You know, this is a happier place, Naples. One of the things that drew me in the very beginning and doing my research is I learned that Naples was voted the happiest city in the United States. It's true. I found that it's definitely different than California. I'm used to, you know, walking by and maybe for a year without, you know, greeting another person, and shame on me, but that just kind of the culture there. The culture here is different. You got to get used to, you know, waving everybody that walks by, waves and is curious, and, you know, how's your day, stuff like that. So, you know, if you don't get along with friendlier people, you know, and happier people, then Naples may not be for you. But that rounds out our 10 things that I want you to be prepared for on moving here to Naples, Florida. Hopefully you enjoyed walking with me on the Naples Pier. Out here I saw 2 dolphins, I saw a stingray, and just a lot of people having fun out here enjoying a beautiful day in Naples, Florida. We'll catch you on the next one.